Our stock of the day is Life360. Now, its shares jumping around 25% in this morning's trade. That's on an upbeat annual forecast, record fourth quarter. It says it's added a record 4.2 million monthly users over the December quarter, taking its total user base to nearly 96 million, in fact. It expects revenue for 2026 to be between 486 and 489 million US dollars, higher than previously forecast, and around 31 to 32% higher than last year. Adjusted EBITDA forecast to be up to 92 million US dollars. So that's an impressive bounce today, but you got to put it in historical context there, given where the stock has gone. Maybe we can take a look at the longer term chart there rather than the daily. And there you go. Back in September, October, it did hit that peak. So it's got a bit to climb to get back up to those levels. Adam, what are your thoughts of what those numbers you've just seen?
Well, look, they're pretty staggering numbers. Revenue up 32%, and then EBITDA and their margins around 19%. So, great business, really, really good. And the monthly active users, as you say, 96 million. That represents the highest fourth quarter monthly additions in the company's history. So again, breaking records. They did say that their paying circles reached 2.8 million in the quarter, and for the full year is going to be around about 576,000, representing the highest annual net adds on record also. So the momentum is definitely behind this stock. It's definitely rallied up very high, obviously now coming back, and it got caught up in that tech sell-off. But with no news, it continued to get sold off on the back of that, where some of the other tech stocks had certainly rallied. So we've been buying this on the way down. It's so good that this quarterly came out, and to show how represents how fantastic this business is. And we've been a buyer of this one all the way up and all the way down. I'll continue to buy into this one because it does look like it is a fantastic business. So it's a buy from me, even down at these levels, or even rallied 25% today. It is something that I'm really, really comfortable with. And as long as they can keep up with these numbers, this is the key. This is a growth story with margins of 19% and that 30% growth year on year. It should continue to do well. And if they can get more, some of those 96 monthly active users to start paying for this service, then this thing can continue to keep going. So it's a buy from me.
Yeah, 96 million, monetizing that, that would be
it's
amazing.
Huge.
Yeah,
they're moving into pets. They're moving into other stuff as well. So they are sort of broadening that base. But if my family is anything to go by, and even the kids, my daughter has got it for all of her friends.
Yeah.
And so when you look at her actual screen, there's all these dots everywhere of all these people moving, of all of her friends moving around. And I was like, don't they feel a bit weird that you want to? No, I need to know where everybody is. Okay. So it's that younger generation getting ingrained, and they will potentially pay as they get older, get jobs and all those kinds of things.
Yeah, to your point, it's a stalking app, essentially.
Yes. Pass you out of Jumbay on that note.
Yeah,
to be honest, my kids does exactly the same. She likes to open it and then see all her friends hasn't moved from their house for the last 3 days. Yeah. I think it's incredible. That's just how young people use, all these social tracking these days. They don't call it tracking; they call it keeping each other safe. Look, I think it's definitely a buy, and I clearly remember maybe even just 2 weeks ago, Adam and myself talked about this stock on this show. Yep. Even if it's up 25%, it's only just back to beginning of January or end of December, so it hasn't really gone back up that much. It has been sold off a lot on the fear of slowdown. Third quarter was a little bit slow, and now sort of re-accelerated. And also there was a bit of rumor, people worry about this. They need to spend a lot of money on marketing to drive the top line. It seems like that has alleviated the concern as well. Combined with that, there was some short seller report or short seller recommendation in UK sort of caused all that sell-off. It is one of the highest growth companies, here in Australia. So, it's definitely worrying a buy. The journey might be volatile, but certainly over the long term, it's surely is trending upwards.
That is a double buy to kick the show off with Life360, our stock of the day.